Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about how to achieve a straight part in your closure, and also how to blend in your closure. Also, if you guys want to achieve this flip bang, you guys can keep watching after the straight part tutorial. Okay, well, if you want to stay tuned for this video, keep watching. So today's video is just basically, if your closure does not come pre-parted like this one did, I can show you how I get a nice straight part into my closure and everything. So let's start with this closure, because with this closure it came pre-parted. This was my AliExpress closure, and it was in a 12-inch. The hair is her imports, but the closure is AliExpress. So basically the closure already came pre-parted, but I really, after a while, I kind of didn't like the thickness of the part, so I kind of just moved my part over a little bit. So I'm just going to show you guys this closure. So basically this is the part that I made, and so that part that came with the closure is like somewhere right here, and I just didn't like the thickness. It didn't blend really well with the edge of my hairline, or even like when I part my hair and blend the closure in. So I'll just show you basically what it looks like from my other closure, which is actually a Her Imports closure, and that's what I'm going to actually demonstrate on today. This is the hair, this is the wig that I had, and I haven't worn her in a while, so she looks kind of jacked up, okay guys? So yeah, so this is her, and this is the closure. It's sewn onto the wig cap, which makes my own wig. As you can see, I cut the lace here, and this part I basically made myself. I had to part the closure where I want it and pluck the hairs and so on. So I'm going to put her on, and I'm going to show you guys how I do this. So I'll be back. Okay guys, so as you can see, I am wigless, hairless, and everything. I do have hair. My hair is just twisted underneath. As you can see, it's frizzy, so I need to retwist it because I do not know how to braid. So I have to retwist my hair, and it's just in the back. Usually I wear a wig cap, but I cannot find the two wig caps that I do own. So today I'm just going to wear this headband that I bought from Target, which I bought a while ago. I really don't like that it's not tight enough, so I've been wearing it underneath the other wig, the dark wig, just so the elastic won't be rubbing against my edges and my side hair and anything else. So I put that on. Okay, so my camera died. I don't know where it left off recording, but basically I'm just brushing my wig to get her together, because I told you I did wash her and I didn't like comb her out or anything. So I'm starting to see my part that I had originally made, but I'm just going to show you guys what I did. So the next thing I'm going to do, I have two different oils that I put in my wigs. This is the dry styling oil, and then this is just argan oil. I either use both, or I use one or the other. So the first one, I'm just going to use some argan oil because she is kind of dry, because she's just been sitting, hanging up, not being messed with. So I'm just going to put some of that, especially on the closure where you're going to be working, and all over the ends of the wig. Don't worry if it looks like it's too much. It will absorb into the hair. So I already told you, like, I already had this one pre-parted, so I decided I want to go for a middle part. So you just basically part it with your comb. Now once you get it parted, you have to remember to hold one side with the other hand, because it's not going to want to stay, obviously, because the hair is not used to going that way. And I'm not doing like a super deep part, I'm just trying to make sure. So once it's parted, that's when you come in with the clips. I usually have more than these, but only have one, so I'm going to just clip it on the side that just wants to act really jacked up, and you clip it down. So just adjusting. The next thing I do is spray her with a little bit of water. So I'm just going to spray just right here with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to take my regular brush, and I'm going to brush that water down into that closure. I'm going to move that clip. And mine is just looking a little bit easier to do because it was already parted, you guys. I'm just showing you how to achieve this part, and it will stay parted. Now, of course, one side is always messed up and don't want to lay down, but we're going to fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this back, pulling that hair down. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is take this hairspray, and you need to make sure you heat your curling wand. This is where your curling wand is going to come into effect. I have mine on 356. I'm going to turn it up to this is on 392 now. Don't worry, it is a little hot, but you're gonna need it, especially to make that hair lay down and to fuse this hairspray. Now, if you know your hairspray kind of flakes a little bit, you might not want to use that hairspray, but I don't really think this one flakes. I don't use it I only use it for this purpose. So I kind of spray it on the closure. And another thing I like to do is spray it in my hand and then just rub it onto the closure, just to make sure we're getting it where it needs to be. So once your curling wand is heated properly, you're going to take your curling wand like so and begin to lay it down. And this might take a couple of tries. Then I come in the middle, but be careful with this one because your scalp is here. And I just press it down gently a few times, and that helps it dip in.
And this is so easy, guys. Now I'm going to show you what you need to do next. I'm having this problem. I don't know if anybody else will have this problem, but I'm going to show you what I would do. So
once you get it kind of flat and how you want it, you can go ahead and you can start styling the rest of your hair, like flat ironing it, curling it, blah, 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 and go about your day. Well, since I'm still having this problem where this is flat and this isn't, what I like to do is comb it down, and I will take either a bobby pin or this clamp, and then I will do the same thing on this side. Even though this side is flat, I will take a bobby pin or a clamp, and I will put a head tie. I will take my little piece of fabric, and it's a headband, and I will place it on top and tie it fairly tight. You can either do it on your head or on a foam head, and lay it down really flat and let it sit for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how bad this side is. And then after a few hours, it will be good to go and you can rock your closure. For blending, as you can see, this closure is not so bad. I actually really love this closure compared to my other closure. It's really nice. I usually keep it kind of close to the front because the more I start pushing it back, the more obvious it becomes that it's not my hair. And since this is a blonde hair and my hair is black, even though it's just, you know, the roots are dark and the ends are blonde, my hair still tends to show because my front hair is really long. So I just keep it about right here, and I pull out this little bit of like front hair, just that, and you see, and there it is, and it kind of just flows with my scalp. If it's not really flowing, you will take your foundation, and I have like this little thin brush, and you'll dip it in your foundation. I do powder, or even if you want to do liquid, you can do liquid, it'll hold more, or you can do some liquid and then do powder and just place it here, and then you can just blend the rest into the back of your part, and it will blend in perfectly. The next tutorial, it's basically how to get that flip bang that I have on my pink wig, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that also. So let's just get into it. For the pink wig, it's the same process. I have this little cap on, or I can say headband on. I always keep a bobby pin in her bangs when I'm not wearing it, so that the bangs will just remain the same. But this is the wig, and I'm going to show you the inside of her because when I did my hair review on how to achieve this color, I did not get to show you guys the inside of this wig. So basically, this is the cap. This is the back flap, and then this is the adjustable straps that you have the little hooks that you put into right there, and this is where this is supposed to meet up with like the side of your head. And this is where I told you guys about that extra piece of fabric that I put over it because it was a space there for a U-part wig, and obviously I didn't do a U-part wig. If you guys have not seen that video, I will also post that video down in the description box. So the size of this cap is a little odd. It's a lot smaller than what it leads on to be, but so you kind of have to like pull at it and tug it and get it just right. So for these bangs, let me just tell you guys, these are regular bangs that I cut. The only reason why I decided to do the flip bang is number one, I wanted something a little different than regular bangs, and number two, I cut them too wide. So I was like, well, I don't have any more hair to take it down and redo the bangs, so I decided to flip the bangs. So I'm going to show you guys. So first I'm just going to brush her, and as you can see, this is some of the short bang pieces right here that I cut the bangs way too wide because I'm rusty at cutting bangs. So I'm just going to brush her. She's not really tangled too much. Okay, so let me fix her down, and I don't need to put any pins because she's really not going anywhere. Okay, so first thing I would like to do is take my bobby pin that I have. What is all this mess? Take my bobby pin and this little piece of bang. We're gonna just clip this out the way so that I can see. This little piece of bang here, this is because I cut the bangs too wide. So I take, if not all of it, most of it, and I kind of just tuck it under with a bobby pin, like that. And don't worry about this because this will flow into the rest of our bangs, and voila. That also keeps from your cap from showing from having the flip bangs, so that's also a good trick. Even if you don't cut your bangs too wide, you can still do it with a piece of hair and to keep it from showing. Now to blend these little pieces in, I just straighten it, and eventually they kind of just blend in. They don't really show too much, and you don't really see that much. So let's get into the bangs. So they're just, like I said, they're just regular bangs, and they come a little bit past my eyebrows. The first thing I do is I split it into pieces as I curl it. So I will take a small piece like this, and I'll take the rest of this and I'll clamp it up. This is where these pink clamps come into play, just like that. I know it looks crazy, right? So I'm gonna get my scissors because I have longer strings still after cutting this a couple weeks ago. And I'm gonna take the little bangs that I want to curl. I'm not trying to get the long hair. It's so hard not to get it. Take the bangs. What's not you? Okay. They're like all stuck together to all this hair. And I'm going to curl it. So I'm going to take my flat iron, which is preheated on 380, and I'm just the direction of my hand. I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it, going away from my forehead. So just like that. Just like that. And if you have a lot of bobby pins or clamps, you can just like pin it so it can hold the curl. And it's just like that. And you're going to do that for the rest of the bangs. And if your bangs are straight, it's going to take a couple of curls to get them flipped. But since mine has been curled like this several times, they're kind of used to going this way. But just give it a while, or you can put rollers after you curl it and it will just stay flipped. Take this comb and I'm going to adjust my bangs. Now it has a lot of volume, guys, so if you don't want like big volume in front of your head, then this is not the bangs for you. But I think if you get a smaller flat iron, you'll get smaller flips and it'll make it not as much volume. So all three wigs that I have in this video are Her Imports hair. and I really do love their hair. I haven't had a problem with their hair at all. So this is it, guys. So it's basically just like this. If you wanted to go a certain way, you can always do longer bangs and then flip it, and then you can always pin it if you want like little pin curls. You can always do different things to it. You can play around with it. You can even put hairspray to make it stay if you want it to be just like this. If you want them looser, obviously you just use thicker flat iron. And that's it. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.